Alright, hello everybody. Hopefully welcome back. Thank you for watching and subscribing. On to the next episode here. We're on Kleinseelheim. I did first episode, kind of just drove around the... Actually did a map tour for once. So just basically just drove around the whole map and then off camera basically. I sold most of the equipment. So as of now, got the slot count down to 555. I kept the Russell mash because most maps don't start with that, but and that's a little bit on the pricier side. So for what it holds, basically. So I don't normally buy this one a lot myself, but I like it because you can see what you're doing like while you're in cab if you want to do it that way. And then it obviously kept a header for it. I kept a seeder at least for now because it's full of seeds, so I don't want to waste that. I kept the tedder. And then the baler, like, that's going to be another one that's kind of debatable. It's like, I don't typically bail, but I might as well keep it if if it starts you out with it, and, like, that's only 5 for slot count, so that's not going to make much difference as far as a slot count or something like that. Then you get the header trailer, which unfortunately I think I'm going to have to use. Otherwise, it's like, looks pretty tight-fitting. And then you get the pig enclosures and the water enclosures and stuff. So the pig enclosures would be... That would be another one that would be debatable for me to sell, because I don't typically do pigs, but there is a silo right here, right next to the pigs, so I don't know if you can... Once you sell the pigs, if that silo disappears as well. And I don't even own that land up there anyway, but... and then you got your sheep pasture, chicken coop, the silos, machine shed, water, and sleep trigger. So, oops, wrong one. And then as of now you own this stuff here. So 16, 14, there's soybeans on 14, there's oat, I think it was on, yeah, it's oat. So there's oat on 16, they're both ready to harvest. And yeah, after selling all the equipment, like you see, I yielded like $571,000 too. So now what we're gonna do real quick is buy some land, and then start buying equipment. So I think I'm gonna buy this. Same thing. I think I'm gonna buy this meadow. I'm not typically a grass kind of guy, but well. So if I decide to do cows, that would be beneficial to have this grass field, and I might end up buying. I'm gonna buy this plot over here too that has sheep, so I'll need it for the sheep anyway. So we're gonna buy this meadow, 115 grand, and then I'm gonna buy this field just because it's cheaper and it's right in the middle of my property. So give me that. So that, I think it had canola on it. I didn't pay attention to whether it's ready to harvest or not. And then we're gonna buy this area so we can have chickens at least. We'll start with that. So that should be good. Yep, and it looks like the canola's already ready to harvest. So we got three fields ready to harvest too. So now it's time to start buying equipment. And just from the real quick whiz around map tour thing, doesn't look like there should be any reason whatsoever to have any large equipment. It actually might be a hinderment to do so, because a bunch of the turns are all right angle turns and small roads and stuff. So I'm probably going to go with smaller equipment. Might take a little longer, but probably less of an annoyance. So actually, let's start off with the trailer. That's going to be another one where, unless we want to do... How do we want to do this? I mean, we could do like I just have a feeling like this one that I use a lot is going to be way too long, way too big. If we got the gooseneck on it, though, maybe. This is another pretty good one. That holds 40,000, but it's pretty tall, so I wonder if that I wouldn't have any issue with the... And actually, you know what? We're gonna change gears. I don't normally do trucks either, but let's see if any one of these... Something like that would definitely work. You probably could still even use that, but it's less... doesn't fit on the map as much. As far as aesthetics, that's too expensive, so... I mean, if you... Depending upon the way you look at it, even though this is 60 grand or so, it's going to be more, because I'm going to... Okay, so 15 is the biggest of what? So even at $62,000, it's like... Sounds a little bit expensive, but it's really not, because otherwise you're going to need a trailer and something to pull the trailer, and you're going to end up being... Might end up being... And yep, this one does have a hitch. So yeah, we're going with it. And I like the green one, so we're gonna buy one of those now that we have a trailer to actually dump her. And actually, is there like a shorter or a smaller trailer I could pull behind him? Because it doesn't have a lot of horsepower, so I think we're gonna get that one, because that still holds 8,000. This one I used on that last map is that's kind of pricey for what it holds though. And this one doesn't hold very much. That's only 5,000. But this is one that I've never really used. Let's see, but that's like 10 grand for 5,000 liters. That's kind of pricey. As opposed to like 3,500. Well, it's going to be a little bit more because get the capacity up to 8,000. So yeah, 5,000. $5,000 for 8,000 liters. We overhead stock. I forgot what these things got. Alright. Yeah, we'll do that. Actually, what I don't even know is where this stuff, I didn't pay attention to that. So, where does your equipment, maybe it pops up on the farm. It'll be simple enough to, I see a blue dot. So is there like a field across this, what the hell? Oh, it's behind it, okay. So behind the building is where this stuff is gonna pop up, and see, yeah, it's even small area back here, so. Get him out of the way. Then we're gonna need some tractors, or a tractor at least, or whatever. So, what are we gonna do here for a tractor? Try and keep it on the small and the cheap. I don't think I've ever used... This is the one I was thinking about, because I don't think I've ever used this one yet. So that's 105 horsepower. And actually, the missions actually do kind of look better. And it doesn't add any money. I can't tell the difference. And you can get up to 130 horsepower. I think we're going to stick with this because that's not too bad. You know, 25 grand. Like I said, I haven't used it yet, so I have no idea what it's like. And then I think we're going to go with the subsoiler instead of... Well, that's right at the maximum. Instead of a plow. Once we actually need it. This is the plow I use a lot. 1 meter. It says 3.5 meters, but I don't know if that is. Yeah, whatever. We know it works good. We're gonna get this one. Because I was gonna try and do a. We'll get this one. Because we're gonna need a plow eventually. We might have to change gears from the way we normally do with like the lime fertilizer spreaders, because that's the one that I use a lot. It's probably going to be too big for that tractor, unless I get a bigger tractor to pull those. Actually, forget it. I like this one. We'll just have to buy a bigger tractor just to pull these two things. So we're gonna buy 2 of these. You usually gotta back out, or it won't let you like change stuff, because I like to change the fertilizer spreader to the red color, and the lime, keep the lime spreader as the gray one. So now we should have, we got a plow. So check this out first, because I've never even looked. Oh, cool! It's got backlights too. It looks like. So there's 1. There's 2. Oh, it's got a single light. Cool. Pretty sweet. Wasn't sure if it lucked up to it or not. And then doesn't look like you can get a weight or anything on it though. Alright, we're at $5.99 now. So now we're gonna need somebody to pull the lime spreader. That's a pretty good one too. That's only 130 horsepower itself, but at least it's a bigger tractor. What do we got going on here? I think you can get this one up to like 160 or so. $160, that might be. I think that's, yeah, let's go with the Ursus. And we might as well stick with the yellow colors. We get the more muted yellow. Configuration. Oh, this drives me nuts. We'll go with the 540 because I don't feel like going back into there. That one's wheel setup. Standard. Weights. Probably the wide and weights if it's available. Nope. So just the weights. Fender. Yeah, battle's fine. Engine setup. That's so that 55 grand, not too bad. We'll start with that. This is one, should be one you can, yeah, open, oops, not that one though. Not that one. I'll get it eventually. I don't know what that one's doing. Pretty sure you can open up the back window. Doesn't look like it though. The side to side opens up that door. Up and down opens up the other door. That's cruise. Up and down on the right stick doesn't do anything. Oh well. Not important. Now, this guy does have a PTO, right? Uh-oh. It'd be kind of silly if he didn't. It's not letting me turn on, but... Well, yeah, it's connected to something. It's like, I think that's because it's not full at all. So... yeah, I guess we'll buy a cultivator too in case I was gonna... Because once that other one runs out of seeds, I'm probably gonna go something like this, like the Vaderstad, that doesn't need to be cultivated. I got a lot of seeders. This is a fairly decent one because that's at 4 meters, so that's kind of like a good replacement for the stock one that comes on pretty much all the maps. I haven't even seen this one yet. Seed finder. I just downloaded this. 3 meters, 110 horsepower. $44,000 though. That's awfully and it only holds 600. That's kind of crazy. Maybe we'll have to delete that mod because that's kind of ridiculous. 44 grand for 3 meters and only holds 600. That's kind of insane. So anyway, cultivator. Get just a cheap one. This one's, what is this? 5 meters. This one works just fine. Spud, stop it. How much money we got? 330. Actually, like I've said in some other videos, I typically like to have more tractors so you don't beat up one tractor, so we're just going to get another one of these guys. Michelin wheel 1 was fine, design was fine, boost up the engine, I don't really need to. That should be it, and then we can start running this stuff over to the farm. Oops. Actually, what we really need to do though is getting this guy. And actually we'll do it even another way. I'm gonna buy a pickup truck too, so I can actually pull the header trailer with truck rather than this thing. So I guess we'll go over to the beans first, so right. And do we own that? That looks like a nice placeable area, so not sure if we own it or not. That was a terrible turn. So that's what I'm saying, like, smaller equipment better, probably, on this map. Oh, yep, and there's a bunch of fences. So how do we get into this field? Oh, maybe not. Just get in right there. So, pull to the side for a second. We're going to buy ourselves an actual truck. Which one shall we get? Careful with these ones, because some of these don't have, oh, this one does. I want to say some of them don't have a hitch. They both do. I think we'll stick with something heavier duty though, so. Do you want to try and use like the Scarab or something again? But then you gotta get like the bed for it and everything too. The 250 just comes with the bed. Yeah, let's give that 250 a chance again, because we don't have to put a bed on it. Actually, I kind of like that blue anyway, so we'll keep the blue. Blizzard tires. No. Yes, I want a hitch. Okay. But I guess that means now we do have to get all this equipment out of the way, so thank you for watching, subscribing, liking. Hopefully you guys are with me. Hopefully you guys can continue to watch, because we'll see what happens. Because now I'll probably be stuck on this one and get this going instead of my spectacle map. So now we gotta go back to the fields. So it looks like we gotta head back home, basically. There is not collisions on the the hedges, but I try and still avoid them. Let's go into that field a bit. Put that guy somewhere. I got plowing turned off, but you always gotta plow like the first time. I guess you don't have to, but through the menu you wouldn't be able to see whether your field is fertilized or whatever, because it's just gonna be bright red. This tractor's pretty cool. Maybe that's where they want you to store your bales is over here. Wouldn't help in seasons, but I'm not playing seasons, so. Put him somewhere. And where's the line? Where's the line at? Down here. If we don't put something on our farm. Where am I? Actually, yeah, I probably could go straight across this road. So, no, that's the wrong dummy. Keep going. Until we put a line by point on our farm or across the street in that place area. We'll see what kind of room we're dealing with in a minute. Maybe that's what I'll use that flexible area for instead of like greenhouses and stuff like that, which I normally do. Now this tractor's loud, I'm screaming. So I probably make it home loud. Maybe we could put like our line by point and replenishment container over there. So yeah, that's gonna be your, what was it? It's over here somewhere. It's on the back, I'm pretty sure it was. What is that pipe? Oops. You'd think I'd go in here, but yeah. So what is that other pipe? I don't know. Guess we can get them. And actually, since we're gonna drive right past the farm, or we actually are going to the farm, take this with us for now. Can't use it, but at least I don't think you can. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Guess it looks like that's connected to something too, so. Now I'm nervous as to if the other tractor that I bought is even gonna run it. Something we should check in a second. You're in my spot. Good enough. For now, at least. Look at the header trailer so that I can actually harvest, and that's pretty much going to be the end of the episode, so thank you for watching and subscribing, and that's it. Thank you.